Welcome once again, gentle folks. Thank you for joining me for another video for your La Liga betting tips and predictions. I hope you had a wonderful game week last week and you managed to win. But for this here game week, we're just going to jump straight into it, and we're going to head into this one here. We're starting on Friday. We're going to start with Mallorca versus Celta Vigo, and straight into it, as I say. Sorry about that. For Real Mallorca versus Celta Vigo, I'm going here. I'm taking Celta Vigo to win this one. Both teams to score, not to score rather. In terms of a double chance, both teams not to score. In terms of predicted scoreline, I'm taking here Celta Vigo to win this one 1-0. In terms of the handicap system now, folks, we're using the 3-way handicap system here, so you're going to take Celta Vigo to win by a goal, and we're going to have to take a draw based on my predicted scoreline, right? So, recapping predictions for Mallorca versus Celta Vigo, I'm expecting Celta Vigo to win here at 2,075. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying no, that should not be the case. In terms of a double chance, I go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline 1-0 in favor of Celta Vigo. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to take a draw here, yeah, based on my predicted scoreline, right? So that's how it is for Mallorca versus Celta Vigo. Now we're going to move on to our next game, and the next game will be Rayo Vallecano versus Real Madrid. Real Sociedad, rather. Why did I say Real Madrid? Rayo Vallecano versus Real Sociedad. Sorry, folks. Again, predictions for this game. I'm going to take here. I'm going to take this one to be a draw, and so I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of predicted scoreline, I'm saying this one should be a 1-1 draw. In terms of another double chance bet, if you want to take one, I'd say go ahead. You would say on the 3.5 gold and a draw, yeah. So recapping predictions for Rayo Vallecano versus Real Sociedad, I'm expecting a draw here. I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of predicted scoreline, I'm saying this should be a 1-1 draw. In terms of a double chance, I go with either team, not either team, I go with a draw and under 3.5 goals in total in this game, right? So those are my predictions for Rayo versus Real Sociedad, and now we're going to move on to Espanyol versus Real Betis. And for the Espanyol versus Real Betis now, I'm expecting here Real Betis to come in and squeeze Espanyol. It's not going to be easy to do, but it's going to be a fight to the end, I do believe. Expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of a double chance, I would say either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline, I'm saying 2-1 in favor of Real Betis. And in terms of the handicap system, I'll go ahead and take Real Betis to win by a goal, but we're going to have to take a draw based on my predicted scoreline. Alright, folks, as you already knew. Alright, so recapping predictions for Real Betis versus Espanyol, I'm expecting Real Betis to win here at 2,006, and I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline 2-1 in favor of Real Betis. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going with a draw here. Alright, so those are my predictions for Espanyol versus Real Betis, and now we're going to move on to Atletico Madrid versus Real Valladolid. And for this game now, I'm expecting a good matchup, and so I'm taking Atletico to win here, both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline 2-0 in favor of Atletico. In terms of the handicap system, I'll go ahead and I'll take Atletico to win this game by a goal. Alright, so recapping predictions for Atletico Madrid versus Real Valladolid, I'm expecting Atletico Madrid to win, expecting both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline 2-0 in favor of Atletico Madrid. In terms of the handicap system, I'll go ahead and take Atletico Madrid to win this one by a goal. Right? So let's move on to our next game, and our next game here will be Sevilla versus Cadiz. And for Sevilla versus Cadiz, I'm expecting Sevilla to come in and handle business here versus Cadiz. Yeah, not expecting a big scoring game though, but they have to be very careful of Cadiz because Cadiz could hold them to a draw here. And so both teams not to score. In terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, Sevilla to win this 1-2-0, I do believe. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead here and take Sevilla to win this one by a goal. Alright, so recapping predictions for Sevilla versus Cadiz. I'm expecting Sevilla to win. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying no, that should not be the case. In terms of a double chance, I go with either to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline 2-0 in favor of Sevilla, I do believe. And in terms of my handicap system, I'm going ahead and take Sevilla to win this one by a goal. Alright, so that's the predictions for Sevilla versus Cadiz. And now for my predictions for Villarreal versus Girona. Villarreal versus Girona, I'm expecting the Yellow Submarine being here at home, take care of business. Versus Girona, so they should win here. Both teams to score. And in terms of double chance, I'll go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline 2-1 in favor of Villarreal. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to have to take a draw in a three-way system here. Yeah. So recapping predictions for Villarreal versus Girona, I'm expecting Villarreal to win, and I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both to score. And in terms of predicted scoreline, 2-1 in favor of Villarreal. And in terms of the handicap system, I'm going to have to take a draw based on my predicted scoreline. Alright, so those were the predictions for Villarreal versus Girona. Now we're going to move on to Elche versus Osasuna. And for the Elche versus Osasuna, this one is going to be another interesting one, I believe. I'm going to take a draw here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Elche comes forward and take this one. Yeah, so draw here, and both teams to score. Predicted scoreline 1-1. So we won't have anything on the handicap system here, but we're going to have another double chance. So we're going to go with a draw and under 4.5 goals. Yeah. So recapping predictions for Elche versus Osasuna, I'm expecting a draw here. I'm expecting both teams to score as well. In terms of predicted scoreline, I'm saying they should be 1-1. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with a draw and under 4.5 goals in total in this game. Yeah, $3.20, really lovely odds. Yeah. So those are my predictions for Elche versus Osasuna. Now we're going to move on to Barcelona versus Getafe. And for Barcelona versus Getafe, expecting Barcelona to take care of business here. Both teams not to score. In terms of double chance, I go with Barcelona or Getafe to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline, saying Barcelona wins this 1-3 win. Alright, in terms of the handicap system, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Barcelona to win this one by a goal. Yes. And also, if you'd like, you could always go and take another double chance here. You can say either team to win and under 3.5. Yeah. So recapping predictions for the Barcelona versus Getafe, I'm expecting Barcelona to win here. In terms of both teams scoring, I'm saying no, that should not be the case. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either team to win and both not to score. Predicted scoreline 3-0 in favor of Barcelona. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going ahead and taking Barcelona to win this one by a goal. And also another double chance bet, you could go with either team to win and under 3.5 goals in total in this game. Alright, so those are my predictions for Barcelona versus Getafe. And now we're going to move on to Atletico Bilbao versus Real Madrid. And for Atletico Bilbao versus Real Madrid, I'm expecting this one to be another good one. I think there's a strong possibility that it might end in a draw. Real Madrid is expected to handle business here, but I'm going to take a draw here for this one, and I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of a scoreline, I'm saying it should be a 1-1 scoreline. Alright, so you'd like to take another bet, you can always go with draw and draw on over 1.5. Alright, so recapping predictions for Atletico Bilbao versus Real Madrid. I'm expecting this one in the draw. I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of scoreline, I'm saying it should be a 1-all scoreline. And in terms of a double chance, I'll go with a draw and over 1.5 goals in total in this game. Alright, so those are my predictions for Athletic Bilbao versus Real Madrid. And so we're going to move on to our final game for this year game week, and it is Valencia versus Almeria. And for Valencia versus Almeria now, I'm expecting Valencia to take care of business here, being at home, and it's a Valencia to win, both teams to score. In terms of a double chance, I'll go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline for me, I'm saying here 2-1 in favor of Valencia. And in terms of the handicap system now, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take Valencia to win by a goal here, but we're going to have to take a draw based on the predicted scoreline. Alright folks, so that's how the cookie crumbles for Valencia versus Almeria. Let me just do a recap of the predictions here. Valencia to win, I'm expecting both teams to score. In terms of a double chance, you go with either to win and both to score. Predicted scoreline 2-1 in favor of Valencia. In terms of the handicap system, I'm going to take a draw here on the handicap system at $3.10. $3.50. Yes, my humblest apologies. Yeah. Alright, so those are my predictions for the Valencia versus Almeria, and those are all my predictions for the La Liga for this here game week. Yes, starting on Friday. Yes folks, thanks you for joining me for another video this week, and I wish you all the best in terms of your betting and results. Yeah, thank you and have a great weekend. Alright, thank you very much.